Welcome to this Lorraine 40T match. This was actually the match that deleted the Lorraine 40T for me, so I've got the BatChat unlocked now, which is really welcome because I'm really looking forward to upgrading. The Lorraine itself, it's a good vehicle, but it can be very annoying. I mean, it has an autoloader, which is great, and it has speed, which is great. But it's huge and it's got no armor, so you get hit constantly because in order for you to unload your gun, you need to stay still far too long because the in-clip reload is relatively long, especially for a medium. I mean, it was quite bad on the AMX 100, but it's bad on this one as well. There's so many instances where you're halfway into a clip and you get shot from all sides because you just can't put enough fire down in time. But I can't say I didn't enjoy the Lorraine. I actually did enjoy it quite a lot because the high points for me were better than the low points, although about the last 10k for XP I needed to elite this one and get the BatChat were very painful. You get really crappy matches all the time and you just can't put enough fire down. And you see now already that I need to stay in the open far too long to make use of my full clip, and that's where the major problem comes in, because if you can't put your full clip into an enemy at once, you might as well be driving a regular tier 9 medium, because if you're firing one shot at a time and pulling back, it just means that in the end you've got a 40-second reload where all the other mediums are done reloading in something like 10 seconds. So it's a big disadvantage. That's why I like the Chi Re so much, because that had an in-clip reload of 1 second, and that makes it very useful because you're not exposing yourself for as long as you need to with this vehicle. You see, I was there for like 6 to 8 seconds. I mean, an RT can pretty much aim quite well in that time and actually blast you, and that happens a lot in this tank as well, getting one-shotted by RT out of nowhere. I think I've had that about 3 or 4 times in the last 20 matches alone. That you're just trying to put some damage out and you get shot up. But if the enemy leaves you alone, you can do a lot of damage over a relatively short period of time compared to all the other mediums on this tier. But having no armor means every shot penetrates you. That shot would definitely have dinged in an E50 or a T54, but not in the Lorraine. And I need to wait for him to actually expose his drive wheel to do any damage. That was unfortunate. Pull back. And then he gets killed. And he gets killed. I'm just seeing where I can put my shots here. And he gets killed. I mean, as you can see, the damage output is quite nice. I've done 3.3k damage already. And now I'm telling my teammates to focus on the Lorraine instead of on the single shot enemy, because if the Lorraine reloads, they're in trouble. But he doesn't. So, time to go to the other side and try and intercept him. And the other thing with the speed of the Lorraine is that the speed is really nice, but the handling, especially on soft terrain, is completely worthless. You can't take proper turns. As you can see, I mean, I'm pulling the steer button fully and it just doesn't turn. It doesn't like turning when it's got speed. It's like a bit like the AMX 100, but then again, it is exactly the AMX 100 pretty much with a faster reload. But the gun itself as well, it's got 232 penetration, but it dings all the time for no reason. It's quite annoying. Just farming some nice damage, hope for a kill. And it's stolen. So, but nice match, high caliber. And I think it was Confederate. So, good. No complaints there.